Hello, Nikushin here. The other day I was in the Nether, looking for a bedrock formation in the Nether ceiling where I can trap the wither in. You know, the stuff that you normally would go to the end portal in the interdimension, because there you can also trap the wither. I trapped a wither there for months now, which provided me with wither roses until now. I just eventually got tired of feeding it to prevent it from dying, so not only did I stop feeding it, I even accelerated previously mentioned process manually. With the wither now dead, I need to get a new reliable source for wither roses. I still have some in stock, but it can happen pretty quickly that you go around, want to decorate with wither roses, and before you can say the word wither rose twice, you burn through your remaining meager amount of 8 stacks. I don't want that, so I want to have a more permanent solution in the Nether now. The spot that I have found in the ceiling is not too far away from my portal. The upside is that I can get here quite fast. The downside is that the noise that this farm will make, I will be able to hear it from far away. Yeah. So, this is the spot that I found. The block here is the air block that the wither needs to breathe, but around it everything is filled by bedrock. And another interesting thing is this hole here, because I think I will be able to add a couple of dispensers, well actually just one, but some droppers also, and they will shoot some chicken eggs up here. The chickens will eventually hatch, they will die by the wither, and they will be the new source of wither roses. But before we go into that much further, let's first see if this really is a valid space to trap the wither in. That direction, I think, should be possible. Yeah. Okay. Now let's hope that this really is a valid spot. I'm not 100% certain. This is the first time I'm doing something like that. Okay. All good. Yep. Think it's a success. Now the next question is, if I would be in this hole here, would I get damaged eventually by the wither? Right here would be the spot where the chicken would be. And I get hurt. Now I already found one major issue that I have, and that is with the bedrock here. I can't actually place the dropper the way I need to, because I would need to face upwards. So being in this hole here, place the dropper, place the dispenser, and now I'm trapped. So how do I get out again? I don't. Maybe I should just kill myself. No, no, no. That is something I must not do. Unnecessary deaths are condemned in this world, and I will do everything I can to keep myself alive, even if it kills me. No. It happens. It happens. It happens. Yeah. Nothing I could have done. So, where was I again? Oh yeah, getting out of that hole without any unnecessary deaths. You know, right here is my map room, and there is a little space behind it. And if we would get rid of the slab here, we will get to the lower floor, and there we can see there is a perfect hole, a perfect place where I should be able to add an ender stasis chamber. And cut! The plan was nice, just place the blocks and wait for the clock to trigger the stasis chamber, which would teleport me out of my predicament, but that was not how it turned out. I prepared the clock, trapped myself in bedrock, placed the dropper and dispenser block, the clock made tick-tock, then the trapdoor made flop, but I still was stuck. Turns out you can't teleport between dimensions by ender pearl. Okay, next plan. I just dig down here, and when I'm up there in the hole, I throw my ender pearl through, and then it falls for a while, and in that time I can place my dispenser. I mean, I will manage the dropper, but the dispenser is the important one. Yeah. Okay, that was easier than I thought. Now I have a stasis chamber in the overworld, which I probably will never need again. But I have my dispenser. So eventually I will have my hopper here, and the chickens will be right on top of it. Should be fine. No! So we have our chickens in the contraption, and now if they grow up they will lay eggs. The eggs will be shot up. And now everything that is left is we need to collect the wither roses that are being generated by the dead chicken. Okay, one got out. I seem to be unable to place the minecart properly because of the chicken. If I place my minecart with the hopper now... Okay. What's up with the... Oh! With the wither, yeah, okay, you're the reason. Well... Stupid chicken. I more or less already know that this won't work because the chicken will eventually push the minecart. No. Yep. This is my life now. There's another one. And with the additional chicken eggs that I got, I was able to fill up my chicken pen. Also I bred some more of them, so in the end I think this should be around 20 chickens now. The issue with the minecart is also resolved. I don't know why I thought that the minecart should face into the chicken pen. Instead, I now let it face to the right side, which also makes much more sense. You see, this is the dispenser and dropper tower, so behind this block there is the pillar where one of the free spaces for the chicken is, and right next to it is the second one. So the minecart faces now in both of these rows, being directly under the blocks where the chickens are, so it should be able to get all the wither roses that drop, not only the ones that are underneath the droppers. Anyways, I have to say, this farm is very slow, but in the end, because this space is chunk loaded, it is running continuously, so it should even out in the long term. With the wither rose farm here now up and running, why not build another farm that also benefits from having a wither cage? And that is a basalt farm. But before I... Oh god. Sometimes I get scared in moments in this game. It should be quite simple, just a basalt generator and a piston that pushes the generated basalt here in this row. And then I would need a dispenser that shoots the wither with, I don't know, maybe arrows? Let's try that out. Because we have this 3x3 platform right here, and if there would be blocks inside and the wither would be damaged, like so, then the blocks inside this platform will be destroyed. Now what I need is a circuit, a redstone circuit, that activates this piston 3 times, and then shoots the wither. And then again, 3 times, and shoot. Seems to work. First try. Well, I do need a collection system, but looks like the timings are quite perfect actually. And I made a little bit of redstone mess, so make it short. Here is the clock that triggers the piston and also makes a short pulse into the rails here. The rails are actually a counter, they count to 3. So this block is first in this position, then in this, and every third time in this position, where the redstone dust is powered. There is a torch tower going up here, and like I said, every third time the dispenser is being triggered. Like I said, quite easy. Thing that's still missing, a bit of decoration, and I think I got the right thing in my bedroom, a wither skeleton skull. So let's take this skull, bring it to the farm. I think placing it there might look quite fitting. So if we hop through this portal here, we take a turn to the right, another turn to the right, open the fence gates, and then we can place our skull right here. And obviously it's not just the wither skeleton skull, I added a bit more decoration also. I tried to get all the wither related stuff, so the painting of the wither, lots of wither roses, and this weird chiseled block that also represents a wither skeleton skull. And even if it doesn't count as decoration, we still can go up here and we have our wither. Well, decorating with a wither sounds like a good idea. We still have access to our wither roses right here. We now have nearly 4 stacks of wither roses. That only shows how long I have been here, because this farm with 20 chickens produces around 22 wither roses per hour. Now you can do the math. And in this corner of the room we have a lever for activating the basalt generator farm. And if we go back up to the wither now, we can see it still works pretty well. The only change that I have made is that the dispenser is now here on this side of the wither. Before it was right there. This was done because I don't know how the wither managed to do it, but he eventually was able to destroy the dispenser, and I didn't like that pretty much. So on this spot there is now one more block of air between the wither and the dispenser. The generated basalt is being picked up by the hopper minecart that is running underneath. Sometimes, however, it can happen that the hopper minecart that is right there, that is there for taking the wither roses, also gets some of the basalt inside. If that happens, I have another hopper underneath that is working as an item filter, and if it crosses a certain threshold, then there is a dropper right here starting to take some of its basalt right on the tracks, where the hopper minecart again can pick it up. So no basalt is making it into my wither rose farm. If I don't manually play with this machine, then it does work, trust me. The redstone has changed a little bit. The counter is not going in this direction anymore. It is now right here. That was made because the change of the dispenser, and also it's much easier now to activate and deactivate the farm by having the lever right behind this block. And with that I got another 9 stacks of basalt just by talking to you. Nice. Speaking of decoration, I also did some stuff on my house base. In comparison to before, it got a 3rd floor, added some roofs, and some of the stone structure that was for planning out the building got replaced by the actual material. If you want to point out that the walls look flat and are missing colors, I totally agree with that. And texturing them is something that I have put on my list. Texturing the walls. Besides that, there is also a slime block elevator now, and also a small gardening area next to it. There was also some terraforming involved, not only there, but also at my custom-made river, and some cherry blossom trees were planted around it. Fun fact, using my world seed in that current version of the game now would result in my hillside being a cherry blossom biome, which wasn't there at the time that I had made my world here. And the newest addition of all, one that wasn't in the camera view before, is that thing here. That was close. Oh my god. The structure here, that blinking light signaling that the chunk loader that is down below is currently running. There is a signal going up to the scaffolding, so if it lights up, then I know everything is working. I have mentioned that chunk loader many times in this episode now. Let's actually see where it is and how it is working. We jump down here and make a little loop so do not die. We get to our nether portal, that is the chunk loader. If we go around here, See the redstone in action. There are items being sent to the Nether. They will be pushed back from the Nether into the overworld. The hopper takes the item, puts it into the dropper, puts it into the next dropper, and that one will send it back to the Nether again. And because using the Nether portal in any kind of way loads the chunks around said portal, I can keep not only the rose farm in the Nether active, but also my stasis chamber in the overworld. And that even when I'm thousands of blocks away. And to get the signal to the surface, we send it through the observer here, and it makes a trapdoor flap underneath the scaffolding tower, resulting in the blinking at the surface. That's all from me for today. If you have any questions about the farm, ask them in the comments. And if you have a suggestion for a name for the wither, also add them in the comments. Naming that monster is actually a huge deal, because the name appears above the boss bar whenever I go into the Nether. And because how few comments I normally get, it is very likely that your pick is the only option I will have. So please choose wisely.